Hello and welcome to another edition of Currently in Quincy. I'm Joe Catalano, and on today's program we'll chat with Mary Orn of the South Shore YMCA here in Quincy about their upcoming virtual Taste of the South Shore fundraiser. First though, we check weather and news for you. Currently in Quincy, beautiful sunshine, going to be a gorgeous day today with temperatures climbing into the low 60s. The wind has died down quite a bit too, so it feels comfortable. Not as cold tonight, clear skies, lows drop off into the lower 50s, and not a bad weekend coming up for the Columbus Day holiday. I think tomorrow is the better of the two. It'll be rather blustery, but it'll be warm tomorrow with temperatures in the mid, maybe even upper 70s. Cooler on Sunday with sun and clouds and a high near 60. Possible some rain around here on the holiday itself. Monday with the highs Monday in the upper 50s. In the news today, the Quincy Police and Fire Departments will be getting a new communications system. City Council earlier this week approved that new $3.6 million system. It'll replace the current system on top of the former Quincy Medical Center, which will be torn down to make way for a large new housing development. Ward 5 City Councilor Chuck Phelan said this new system has been needed for quite some time.
One of the things that 10 years ago when we went from old analog equipment to some of the new digital equipment, we had a hard look at the hospital and we said at that time, we really need to get out of here. It's time. This was more than 10 years ago when we were looking at that. I'm very familiar with this. I know what the equipment is. I know that it desperately needs to be upgraded, that this is something that is really needed for the city. And one thing I will also say, one of the good reasons for doing this is not just for the day-to-day, because they're very important, but when we have major incidences, like when we had the flooding back 3 years ago, when we had snowstorm, when we have these things, the cell system basically gives out at that point. There's too much, they can't handle the overload, and what happens is the emergency responders, they go right to their radios, and that's what I was in the EOC that night on 2017 when we had the flooding, 2 peninsulas cut off. The only things that were working were the police radios and the fire radios.
And the new system will include a 150-foot communications tower near the new dog park off of Quarry Street and some smaller facilities at Pagnano Towers and Quincy Point, the water tower on Raschuti Drive, North Quincy High School, and the Squantum and Housneck fire stations. The MBTA says the new Red Line cars won't be arriving until September of 2023, a year later than originally scheduled. The TE says manufacturing delays caused by the pandemic in China and in Springfield are pushing back the arrival of the new cars, both on the red and the orange lines. The TE says the plan to increase service on both of those lines has also been pushed back due to the delays, with more Red Line service now scheduled to begin in the winter of 2024. T is also considering eliminating ferry service and reducing commuter rail service to offset a budget deficit that could be as high as $600 million. Now, Quincy liquor license holders won't have to pay the $2,000 license renewal fee next year. In an effort to help the struggling restaurants during the pandemic, Mayor Thomas Koch asked the Board of License Commissioners to waive the renewal fees for 2021. The board chairman, Nicole Crispo, said it passed unanimously.
He's so ahead of it all the time, doing the right thing, and so looking out for the small business, and he knows that they're struggling. So it was definitely for us an easy vote.
And the mayor says the city typically collects around $200,000 per year from those 99 liquor license holders, but he said the city can make up some of that from the hotel, motel, and the meals taxes. Some pretty major changes will be coming to Quincy Avenue in Quincy soon. The city will use a $189,000 state grant to create safety improvements for motorists, pedestrians, and bicyclists. Mayor Thomas Koch says Quincy Avenue will be reduced to 3 lanes between Southern Artery and School Street in order to add some turning lanes. 4 lanes will continue at the intersections. And in addition, a crosswalk with handicap ramps will be added right at Dependable Cleaners and improvements will be made for bike facilities. Traffic signals will be coordinated to give priority to MBTA buses. The mayor says most of the work will take place at night and over the next several weeks. Coming up, we check in with Mary Orn of the South Shore YMCA. That's next.
For COVID-19 reasons like a stay-at-home order, quarantined, seeking diagnosis for symptoms, caring for your children because their school or care provider is closed, or if you're caring for someone under quarantine. You may be eligible to take up to 2 weeks of paid sick leave and additional leave for childcare needs. Visit dol.gov/FFCRA or call 866-4-US-WAGE. A message from the U.S. Department of Labor.
We're so pleased to welcome to the program Mary Orn from the South Shore YMCA to talk about this year's virtual Taste of the South Shore fundraiser for the Y. Hey, Mary, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, Joe. Thanks for having us on.
Oh, it's our pleasure. I know this is the signature event for the Y every year. It's usually something that folks plan, at the beginning of the year because they really enjoy going to it. Obviously, due to the current situation, you can't have an in-person event, which is usually packed at Lombardo's, I think, over in Randolph. But what's going on this year?
So yes, this is our 24th year of having this event, and it is our favorite event. It's a favorite event for so many reasons, but the best thing is it brings the community together. And last couple of years we had over 700 attendees, and this year can be the same. It's just on Zoom. So we're really trying to, obviously it was supposed to be in April and it got put off to September, and now it is October 22nd. And we're excited about it because we took our time to plan and try how to make a Zoom meeting engaging, fun, and really involve the community as well. So we have put together an event that we are very pleased about that I can share with you.
That's great. Yeah, I know typically, restaurants from all over the South Shore put on their Sunday best, if you will, their very finest. The head chefs come in their white linens, and they bring the china and the crystal and the silver and put out their best meals. So this is really a kind of a show-off event for them as well. So obviously that can't happen, but what is happening?
So, and that's exactly the point, is we wanted to say, okay, everyone's on Zoom meetings, too many Zoom meetings. How can we make this different, and how can we keep the taste in it? So we have, with a creative planning team, worked together and kept the taste going and helping the restaurants. The restaurants are suffering as we are right now. So how can we work together to, bring on the Sunday best? So what we have come up with is a Zoom meeting with dinner boxes. So what it is, it's a 3-course meal, and each course is from a different restaurant. So it's a true tasting that you get to eat while you're logged on to the Zoom meeting. So there's an appetizer, an entree, a salad, a dessert, and wine and beer from our wineries and breweries that have participated as well. So we've really gathered together our group of, restaurants, wineries, and breweries and said, how can we still make this happen? So we have these dinner boxes, which is adding on to the event, which is very exciting.
Okay, well, so many people are getting so used to takeout now and delivery, and pickup that it'll fit right in, I am sure. So folks actually will be eating live, just in their homes, probably in their sweatpants or pajamas.
Exactly. So it's being comfortable. But which is nice. So you get a tasting of all the different restaurants. So you might not regularly order from those, but now you'll be able to, taste them. So that's one portion of it. We're also going to have a cocktail section for our President's Club, which is our annual donors, 5,000 and above. And there'll be a live auction, and that live auction is actually going to be quick. It's going to auction off some of our signature fun, experiences with these chefs. Paul Wahlberg will be doing a signature, come to your house for 10 people and be able to do that, as well as Jimmy Liang doing it in his restaurant. Some different experiences that we can do with social distancing.
Okay, that does sound like fun. Actually, it might be even more fun to have, a personal chef in your own home to prepare a 5-star meal for you.
Yes. Yeah, so it's exciting.
Who is your auctioneer, if you will, your MC this year?
So our MC this year is Billy Costa, who has been with us for quite a few years and really makes the event fun and brings it together. So he is our MC for the event, and he's going to be joined with David Lombardo, because during the Zoom meeting, we are going to make this fun, is that we have 3 teams of chefs that are going to compete in a cooking contest with common refrigerator ingredients that you find in anyone's refrigerator. We're going to get together, give them those ingredients, and they have to create an appetizer and an entree from those ingredients, and then we'll be judging the winner. So that's what people will be watching during the 1-hour Zoom meeting while they're tasting all these beautiful things. They can see how do these chefs transform regular ingredients into a beautiful meal.
Well, that could be very helpful too. I'm sure many parents have been struggling over the past few months to try and, whip up meals for the family with what they've got left in the refrigerator. So that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yep, so it's something different. So we're excited that will be happening. And during the Zoom meeting, to make it exciting, we have, again, our restaurants have been great. Every 10 minutes or so, we'll be raffling off gift certificates to these restaurants. So you can either use takeout, or you can you do takeout, or you can go to the restaurant and use their gift certificates, because they are opening and welcoming people definitely to this event. So that will be happening during the event as well. So you got raffle tickets, so you can get those exciting things, as well as being able to taste all these things and see these chefs in action.
So you mentioned raffle tickets. Can you talk a little bit about some of the prizes?
So we have a beautiful basket from the Fruit Center Marketplace in Milton. We have a basket from Rumson Rums, and then the rest are $50 to $100 gift certificates from our restaurants that are participating. So, we have a long list of restaurants on our website, but, definitely we have Abbey Park, we have Tinker's Son, we have Alma Nove, we have Lombardo's, Raphael's, The Chef's Table, Restaurant Oro, Luca, and Cheever Tavern are new ones that have joined us this year as well.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit, Mary, about how folks participate? Obviously they're not going to a venue, they're going to their computer or their phone or their tablet or what other device that they're using, to attend. So how does that all work?
So basically, people can go onto our website, is ssymca.org/taste, and all the information is listed there. They can register there. There's different levels of registration and participation. We have wonderful sponsors. So we do want to thank our lead sponsors of our Bella, Webster Bank, and Quincy Mutual, as well as we have different levels of sponsors and hosts that are on our site now. And so the lowest level is you can register to admission to it, which is $100, and that will give you a login to the event, as well as giving you 5 raffle tickets. So you might be lucky and get your money back in the raffle tickets. The next level goes up is you can do add-ons, and if you want a dinner box, you can add on that dinner box for $150. So every year our ticket price has been for admission $250, because this is a fundraiser. And a fundraiser this year that we're really proud, not only for the Y, but it's a fundraiser to help these restaurants. All these dinner boxes, we are purchasing these apps and entrees from these restaurants and being able to pay them because they're desperately struggling too. So the restaurants, we're supporting our local restaurants and supporting the Y for the food pantry. Right now we have a food pantry in Germantown, which we've been feeding over 1,000 people a week. So we definitely need the help. The restaurants need the help, and you can enjoy a beautiful meal. So that's what we're doing. So there's different levels that you can participate, which is fun because you can be a sponsor and invite guests still, and they'll get a dinner box as well as part of their admission to the event.
And so how do folks get their dinner boxes? That way they, can participate that evening.
Yep. So they're going to sign up, and you have to sign up in advance. So we're cutting off dinner boxes by October 16th. And they can then either pick them up at the Quincy YMCA, the Emerson YMCA in Hanover, or the Chef's Table in Marshfield. Or for a small fee, we are delivering them to certain communities. So we are going to have a team of people that will actually deliver it to your house that day on Thursday, and then you can open up your dinner box. And I should tell you, the dinner box is a meal for 2. So it's really nice.
Okay, and can you order wine with that too if you'd like?
Yep. So the dinner boxes, depending on the levels, they come with wine or craft beer, 4-pack of craft beer from Barrel House Z, Castle Isle Brewing, or Untold Brewing, and our wine's coming from Plymouth Bay Winery or Bin Ends. So you can order that, and like I said, you can order add-ons. So even if you don't want to go on our Zoom call, you can order a dinner box for that day and add on the wine and the beer with it as well. So,
okay. And still be supporting both the Y and the restaurant at the same time.
Correct. Yep. And, if you can't, sign on, or you're busy on the 22nd, definitely please donate. It's a great cause. The Y is here for the community. While we were closed, we really ran a food pantry, a shelter, emergency childcare, and we are still doing that. And you can look on our website and see the classes that we're running and how we're helping out the community, especially with a school dilemma now and, remote learning. So yes, we're there for you.
Yeah, I spoke with President Paul Gorman not too long ago, and he did explain the financial hardship that the Y is experiencing because of the pandemic, but also remaining true to the mission, and steadfast to the community regardless of the financial situation. I was very impressed by his positivity, in the face of adversity, and it seems to translate through to the whole staff at the Y.
Yeah, I have to say, people have been very generous. We're very, very fortunate to have wonderful donors, wonderful members. We have members that haven't felt good and safe to come back because of, they're compromised or they're just not ready. They are still paying their membership fees as a donation. So yes, we are thankful to and grateful to our community that is very supportive so that we can be here and help the community and help everyone stay healthy.
Yes. Can you talk a little bit, Mary, about what the funds have been used for in the past from the Taste?
The Taste of South Shore has always been our biggest annual fundraiser. So our annual campaign is to support our mission of financial assistance. So the Y removes barriers, no matter what, whether it's financial a hardship that you can't afford it, then we can provide some financial assistance. Whether you need some special assistance, we have great programs like our partnership program so that when medical benefits run out, you can come to the Y and exercise because we have specialized equipment and people that can help you with that. We have our Stay Strong Cancer Survivor program so that all the monies we raise help provide these programs of our mission, our food pantry. Right now, that's, I said, in Germantown that's serving. We have our holiday program that's coming up that we want to make sure, even in these desperate times, that every children can enjoy magic of Christmas and the holidays. So we really, all the funds are given back to the community to make it stronger and support it.
Sure. About how much does this event usually raise?
So in the past, our goal has been raised about $450,000. This year, we're setting our sights a little bit realistic, and but we're hopeful that we hope to meet $300,000 because we really need it at this time. Like I said, it's been difficult times for everybody, so we hope to raise $300,000.
Okay, I've been to several of them in the past, and typically a big part that I enjoy anyway at these events are actual stories from folks that have been helped by the Y, either a family or a child or somebody in the community. Will that be part of it this year as well?
Yes. So throughout the evening, it will be 1 hour. We will have some mission stories and, telling people how, the Y has meant to them, what it has done for them, and, why they give and why they participate in it. Because that is where we want to get out, because people don't know, and it inspires other people to give and to understand the mission of the Y.
Yeah, I think it's so important, and it's very inspiring too when you hear their stories because you can see yourself in them. When they're telling that story too, it humanizes it. It
Yes.
makes it real. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So we'll be telling the stories as well.
Okay, and again, it doesn't have to be just that one night, right? If you can donate before or after, I'm sure.
Yep. You can go on our website anytime at ssymca.org/taste for this event, or donate or give. And we definitely appreciate, the support of the community. Like I said, we have the holiday program coming up. We're looking for people to adopt families. We're looking people to, give and give generously, because it is going to make a difference in your community. Like I said, it's supporting your community and strengthening it when we need it the most.
Yes. So if you could just maybe a recap, and while you're doing that, I'll show the flyer one more time for folks to learn about the upcoming Taste of the South Shore to benefit the South Shore YMCA.
Okay, so our event is Thursday, October 22nd, starts at 7 o'clock. It'll be 1 hour, and you can include a dinner box with that. You need to order that by October 16th to ensure that you can get that. We're very excited to have during the event our cooking competition with our chefs. We'll have 3 teams competing against each other, which is a lot of banter. Billy Costa and Dave Lombardo as our hosts will make this an exciting event, along with picking out raffle winners of gift certificates to our participating restaurants. It is a fundraiser. We want to thank definitely all our restaurants, our wine and beer vendors, and our sponsors, Arbella, Webster Bank, Quincy Mutual Group, and all our other level sponsors. So we please join us for this wonderful event that's going to happen. Go to ssymca.org/taste.
Now, the big question, Mary, is who gets to be the judge of the food, and how is that going to happen?
So we do have that, and we're working on that right now, is that we do have Bob LaBelle is one of our judges. He is a Y member and a partnership program person, so he will be there. We have Mark Oliveri from the Patriot Ledger, and we also have Stan Blackmare, who will also be joining us. And we're looking for one more judge right now that will round out that team that will be judging the chef's cooking competition for, appearance, for creativity, and for taste.
Oh, okay. All right. So there's going to be an action. Is there a prize for the winner?
Definitely bragging rights for sure, to do it. But, these chefs, this is an event that they look forward to, because you're right. It is the main chefs that come together. They have fun. They're a really good group of people. They really have fun together, but they also are competitive. So it'll be a lot of fun to see who actually can get that top dish.
Yeah, it is competitive. Although I have a sense this year that because every single restaurant is struggling, there'll be a level of camaraderie too that there may
Yep.
not have been in the past. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're definitely supportive of each other, but it is that fun. Everyone wants to help each other, and that's why they enjoy coming to this event and really are sad that it's not happening as much, because it is an event that brings people together. That's what the Y does. We bring people together. So the good part is the first half for our President's Club, people will see each other and we'll have some banter and some fun during our cocktail party, and then we'll obviously go into the event where we'll be watching a lot. So those people with our, top donors will be able to actually get to see each other and banter a little bit, which is a kind of a nice part of this virtual event.
Yeah. So technically now, once somebody registers, do you email them the link? Is that how it works?
Yes. So once everyone, when you send in your registration, you'll be sent a confirmation. You decide if you want wine, beer, how you're picking up your box. We'll communicate with you, and then you will get the week before the event your link, and it will be a personal link to the event.
Great. Okay. Anything else that we should touch on, do you think, Mary?
No, I just do want to thank my planning committee that really come up with this creative idea, because there's a lot of events out there, but it took some time to really be creative. So our planning committee was Julie Ellis from the Chef Table, who are amazing folks, very, very creative. Dave Lombardo from Lombardo's, again, reinventing himself for sure, and Lombardo's. Kathy McDonough, a wonderful board member and donor. And Stellina Events, which is Jen Shattuck and Alyssa Ford. That's the team that really helped bring this thing together, and we're excited about it. People are getting the buzz about it and saying, wow, this is different. I can eat and I can still enjoy this, and I'm going to get an exciting box, which I don't know what's going to be in it, and I can reheat it and enjoy my Zoom meeting.
Yeah, and like we talked about before we started our chat this morning, it might open the event up to people who normally wouldn't be able to attend for whatever reason.
Exactly. So anyone can attend, and again, if you can't, you can buy a box. You can buy raffle tickets. Win some of these great restaurants have been very generous with the gift certificates. So buy a raffle ticket and support the Y.
Yeah. Will the winners be selected that evening?
Yes, Billy Costa will be pulling out winners as the event goes on, and you don't have to be on. If you do win, we will contact you the next day.
Great. All right. I wish you a very successful event again this year, Mary. And unfortunately, we can't be in person to talk about it or be in person for the event, but hopefully next year.
Yes. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate you letting the community know about the event, and hopefully I look forward to talking to you about the success after the event.
Sounds good. All right. Thanks again. Take care.
Thank you.
Special thanks to Mary Orn from the South Shore YMCA for joining us today. Thank you to our crew. Thank you for watching. And a reminder, please do participate in the annual Quincy COVID Memories Project. Share your experiences of your life in Quincy during the pandemic. Go to quincyculturalmemory.com and upload your videos, your photos, other reflections, or you can send them to the Thomas Crane Library, attention local history, at 40 Washington Street, Quincy, 02169. And an invitation to visit our website. Go to qatv.org. You'll see our latest programs, news and information about free online classes, video on demand, our program schedule, and much more. For all of us here at Quincy Access Television, I'm Joe Catalano. Please stay safe.